Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mallory, a first-time mom, and I would love to introduce you guys to our son. Well, if you are new here, I have just completed a pregnancy update series. You can go back and watch all my videos from week 5 of pregnancy all the way through week 39. I never did get to film a 40-week pregnancy update because I actually had him on his due date of January 8th, 2020. So that was pretty cool that he actually came on his due date. A friend told me that actually only 5% of babies are born on their due date. So that was pretty awesome. He was very punctual. But yeah, I just wanted to take this opportunity to film this video for you guys. I'm trying to see if my glasses seem to be glaring. I wanted to film this little intro video to him for you guys. I am planning on doing an entire birth story video. I know a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of mom vloggers or YouTubers, they tend to do a separate like birth vlog, so just like footage from the hospital and the actual birth that they're able to film, or they do that. They do a birth vlog just chronicling their birth and then the time in the hospital, and then they do a separate birth story video where it's like a sit down video and they explain the birth story. But because of the circumstances of his birth, I really don't have very much footage from the hospital, and I hardly have any of his birth, and actually I don't have any of his actual birth because he was an emergency C-section baby. So there's a little preview for you guys, but it's a great story. I can't wait to tell it because it's so, I find, maybe I'm sure I'm biased, but it's, like I said, it was an emergency C-section and totally was not expecting that, of course, but everything worked out great. I'm healthy, he's healthy. I'm recovering really well. When I'm filming this, I am almost 5 weeks postpartum. So he's almost 5 weeks, 2 days shy of 5 weeks. And I feel like I'm doing really well. So let me turn him around, see if he'll not scream. He's kind of going to sleep, but I want you guys to see his face. So let's try this. Here he is. He's getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy, huh? So this is Maximilian John Mayor. We call him Max. Maximilian is quite a long name, and even I at first had trouble, like when people in the hospital would ask me like how to spell Maximilian, I'd be like, so I'm sorry for such a hard name, but he's going by Max, and he's just such a cute, sweet baby. He's sleeping really well for his age. I mean, during that first week home, he would sometimes sleep like 3 hours at a time at night, which I thought was amazing. Sometimes it was like 4 hours, but he's a really good sleeper. He can put himself to sleep like for naps and stuff. But of course we still sometimes, nurse to sleep as well. But he's just an amazing baby and just more than I'd ever hoped for. And yeah, so this is him. This is Max. So in my videos, when I'm filming for you guys, like even non-pregnancy related videos, or now it's not pregnancy videos, it's like new mom postpartum videos, you will probably see him in some of the videos, just, if he's not napping or whatever and I need to film. Look at him staring. Yeah, you're tired. I got the idea to do a little intro, sit down, just chat video like this from another YouTuber I follow and I really love, Blair Lamb, and I'll link her channel below. She has such sweet videos, and she just had her first baby in October after a little bit of a struggle with infertility as well. Are you so tired? Yeah. We've had a big day today. Anyway, I got this idea from her just to do sit down and introduce you guys to the baby before doing like any formal baby related videos. Now you're happy. So anyway, I have to thank her for that. I don't know her personally or anything, but I just really like her stuff. Yes, today I'm filming, it's February 10th. And so, yeah, a month ago I was still in the hospital. I had a 4-night stay in the hospital, including the night he was born, because he was born like in the wee hours of the morning. And my parents came, they were actually on their way to California from Texas. They drove from Texas to California. And it's funny because my dad, so my due date was the 8th of January 2020, and being a first-time mom, I fully expected to go past my due date because statistically that's what was supposed to happen. And so I was like, you guys, don't be in any rush to get here. Like originally the plan was for them to get here around like January 10th or 11th, and I'm like, that'll be like a few days after my due date, and I surely won't have him by then, whatever. So, but my dad was for some reason kind of like anxious to get going, and even though I was like, no rush, you guys, like don't hurry out here, like I'm not having him early or anything or even on time, but my dad like insisted on leaving on Monday the 6th of January. And I was like, okay, whatever, but just take your time. So then I end up going into labor like the next day. And so I'm really glad that my dad was like, no, we need to get out there, because that was a really good call. So they were here for a month. They just left yesterday. So it's kind of sad. It feels really quiet, and I don't want to say lonely because I've got him and Zoe during the day while Mark is at school, but because he's doing a master's program with the military. But it's just, we're finally in our house. If you see, like, I'm not sitting in a hotel anymore. Like if you guys are old followers and you've been following me for a while, and you know that in every one of my pregnancy updates for like the last, or like for almost basically the entire 3rd trimester, actually, I was in a hotel because we were living in a hotel waiting for military housing out here in California from moving to from Germany to California in late October. And every update I'd be like, clearly I'm still in the hotel. I'm still in the hotel. I'm still in the hotel. So then, and when we got our house, I need to be careful not to spill all the beans in this video, but the timing of our house, of getting our house, finally, after over 2 months of being back in the States, that is part of his birth story. So stay tuned for that. You do not want to miss his birth story. So how I'm probably going to do the video is it'll be a sit down video, but when I'm talking about certain things, like about the hospital or whatever, or if I have video or pictures from what I'm talking about, then I will insert that, do a voiceover or whatever, so that there can be a little bit of visuals to the story, because I do have a little bit of footage and a lot of pictures. So I will be sure to include as much as I can with that. What else? It was so amazing having my parents here to help. They're in their 60s actually, but they're very healthy and mobile, and really, really fortunate that they were here, because with getting our house and having a new baby and Mark having started his school, like he started his master's program 2 days before he was born. So we're getting used to all these new things, and of course had our household goods delivered, and we would be living in chaos right now still a month later if my parents hadn't been here to help set up. So pretty much the whole house is organized. There's just a little bit of things in our master bedroom, and then in the nursery. The nursery is not, I'm sitting in the nursery right now on my awesome rocker from Target, and my sister sent this cute little Lovey, this German Shepherd Lovey. So adorable. He is falling asleep. Yeah, basically, like, the nursery is the last room that really needs to be organized. This is the crib right here. It's not put together yet, but that's fine because he's sleeping in the bassinet in our room. I feel like I've really, I'm getting around really easily. Still not 100%, but in all honesty, I like the recovery from the C-section is way easier than it seems like it should be. You know, like I've heard that recovery from C-section is just so hard and that it's harder than a vaginal birth. Of course, I have nothing to compare it to because this is my only birth experience so far. Fortunately, I was told by one of my nurses that I would be a perfect VBAC candidate, so vaginal birth after cesarean. So, I mean, I have no idea when our next child will be, but of course we do want more. And I totally want to attempt a VBAC if it's safe for me and the baby. But anyway, all that to say, the C-section experience has been great. I mean, I'm not like saying go out and get a C-section just for the heck of it. I still would not want to have a C-section in the future unless it was medically warranted, and this one was definitely medically warranted for both our safety. But it's just been really great. It's been a really great recovery and no complications and really not much pain. I do have a high pain tolerance, so that does help, but yeah, it's been really good. So I'm able to mostly easily climb up the stairs. I mean, I'm not running up and down the stairs. We have a 2-story house now. You know, it was really, really slow going at first. I'm not saying that it was just a breeze, but it definitely wasn't super difficult. I think it did really help also having my parents here, because if they hadn't been here, I would have either had to push myself more than I should have, or just would have absolutely done hardly anything or gotten anything done. But my parents were my hands and feet during those first few weeks of recovery. So this video is starting to reach the 15-minute mark. I'm just trying to think of anything else I wanted to say as part of this video. It is amazing on how little sleep I'm able to function on, because again, if you guys are following my pregnancy journey, you'll know that my need for sleep was extremely high. I needed to sleep like 9 to 10 hours a night during pregnancy. And now postpartum, I'm probably getting like no more than 5 hours of sleep a night. And of course it's interrupted because of feeding in the middle of the night and whatnot. So it's kind of amazing that us new moms can get by with so little sleep, but God provides, and you just deal with it. But yeah, every day is a little different. He's becoming so much more aware now and interacting. He has smiled at me. He smiled at my mom before she left. And yeah, it's just really great. It's really fun to watch Mark with him. You know, that father-son bond is really special. But I mean, the mother-son bond is really special too. So I love being a boy mom. And we had him baptized when he was about 3 weeks old. So that was really wonderful. And yeah, I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. It's amazing how as a new mom, you are constantly evaluating your tasks and what you can do. Like, can I do that one-handed? Like, can I do that on my phone while I'm nursing? Because if I can, I'm not going to do it right now because I can do it later, because I know a nursing session is coming up. So I better do this other thing. You know, like doing dishes is definitely two-handed, cooking, typing a blog post or whatever. So it's kind of funny, like how your mindset kind of changes, and you are really forced to be more efficient with your life because you have to take advantage of that nap time. Whereas when you don't have a child, and at least this was the case for me, and you kind of like your work from home person, you kind of have all the time in the world, and then it caused me to be less efficient because I had all the time in the world, so why rush? But now I have to consider him. But anyway, okay, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Life is good, you guys. Thank you guys for your support and your prayers and following. Hit the subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed so that you can follow along with our journey. I still have I posted my hospital bag video. I will do a video on what I actually used from my hospital bag. I will do like a postpartum recovery video for C-section specifically because, you know, of course I was preparing for an unmedicated vaginal birth and that didn't happen. And then of course like a nursery tour when it's done, a baby shower haul from our showers back in November. Yeah, a bunch of stuff coming up regarding new motherhood and postpartum and baby and all of that. So, all right, I'm gonna go try to put him down, but thank you guys for joining me today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.